Welcome to the pound yen, currently on the 240 time frame. If you can see, we're actually 92 pips up on this trade, so I'm actually very late doing the video. The reason was I had a very busy day yesterday. Actually, I was out all day yesterday, and I had to wait for my entry. When I got my entry, it was quite late, and to be honest, I was very tired. I had a very long drive yesterday. I had to go to one of my houses, and so I'm only just getting around to doing the video now, and it just so happens that we have actually broken out in the right way. So this is the pound yen 240 flag pattern. What I'm going to do is delete everything off, run through the rules that I use for these patterns, and advise really why I waited for extra confirmation on this trade, because it's a flag pattern that's appeared that isn't within a typical type of movement within the market that we see. So first of all, then, here on the daily time frame, you have the market that came all the way down, came up, small pullback, went higher, small pullback, went higher, actually double topped, if you can see just here, like so. And then what we started to do is move lower, pull back, move lower, pull back. Here on the dailies, then, you can look for trend continuation lower. You have had a lower low, lower close right here. For me, it isn't really a setup that I was completely happy with. I think I would be more happy with the market pulling further back here for a 26.18. But nevertheless, it is a valid opportunity, but we are right back up here now testing the highs. So that was my initial concern, was that we are trending lower. And so why then would I be interested in going higher? Well, what happened here on the 240 is we had a move lower to here, a pullback, a move lower, and then here we have a very nice swing in the market, giving us a lovely directional leg for a flag pattern. And then I draw this out based on the closes of the candles, just like that. And then what I do is I go ahead and duplicate it, move it down, and I'm looking for 4 touches as a minimum. There is the 4. Typically these patterns turn at structure, so what I'm just going to do is highlight a decent structure level within this zone, and just going to do this. So right here within the wicks is a key area I would have been looking at. I'm also going to throw a fib on from swing low to swing high, and looking for a minimum of a 382, and we certainly hit that. So because we were in, on the higher time frame, a bearish market, I didn't want to buy it up down here just when I have what I call a green candle, so a structure hold and a green candle. So I waited for extra confirmation. That extra confirmation is a little bit difficult to see, but is right here. That candle has actually broken out of the channel, and so that was the confirmation I then needed to get involved with the trade. Well, that's very nice to see, 100 pips up. And what we've now done is, if I leave the crosshairs here, you'll see that we're now retesting the highs. So I am now allowed to move to break even, couple of pips past break even, and I'm going to be playing for that 127 extension. Now, why am I playing for extension when the higher time frame says we could be seeing a trend continuation to the downside? Well, what I always do is I look for a couple of things. The first one is look at the trend, move lower, pull back, move lower, and then boom, as we moved higher, we violated our outside return. That's the first sign of a potential rotation in trend. Second of all, the high here, has it already reached structure highs? So let's put in a structure level, and the answer is no. The structure highs are all the way up here. very close to where the 127 target is, so this allows me to go for that extended target. So just bring back on the orders. Oops, where was this now? I was around this level, wasn't I? Okay, so we had the risk on this trade was 100 pips. The reward on this one 192, to almost a 2-to-1 reward to risk on this trade. Welcome back everybody, and as you can see it took a lot longer than I expected, but we have eventually rallied up to hit those targets. 195 pips. What a week of trading, absolutely phenomenal. I will say one thing, the beauty about having multiple accounts is that you can be in one account, as I was for this, but I've also had several other winners on the lower time frame on other accounts. And the last thing I just want to say is that not only did we see a lovely flag pattern here, but we then went on to see a high and tight flag which rallied up to hit targets. I've just had the euro yen which won for 63. It was the exact same setup. It was a flag pattern, and then we consolidated, which turned into a high and tight flag and then rallied up to hit targets. So absolutely fantastic week. Beautiful trade for 195 pips.